Take off. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Well, thank you for joining me this evening. Back in April I did a video on this, the DJI Phantom handheld stabiliser. It was this device in front of me, and it was for the Phantom 3. It fits the Phantom 2, probably wouldn't fit the Phantom 4 though. And basically it turns your Phantom into a handheld stabiliser video, and it was great. The quality, as you can see, if I play the video quality was excellent. As you can see there, it's a split screen between the GoPro waving around and the Phantom below. Now, as you know, I sold my Phantom 3 in October, and I got myself a brand new shiny Mavic Pro. And of course I wanted the same thing. I wanted a handheld unit that I could put on the Mavic and then carry it around for doing things that, you know, like families, birthdays, parties, etc, etc. So I went on eBay, and the first thing I came across was this, the Polar Pro Katana. And I've seen a couple of videos. It's not a bad bit of kit, but it's £62.99p. And to be honest with you, £62.99 is a lot of money. I couldn't justify spending nearly £63 on a handheld unit for the Mavic. So I had a look around eBay, and I found something which is, well, it was a hell of a lot cheaper. And it arrived today. And this is it. I'll just tilt the camera down a bit so you can see it. It comprises the frame, a handle, a phone clip, and a couple of thumb screws. And the cost for all this, £11-ish. I'll put a link to it on the video at the bottom. Now the only letdown is this horrible basic sort of phone clip. I won't get an iPad in there. I can get my iPhone 6 in there, and that's probably about it. What I'll do is I'll get the Mavic over and we'll put it on and we'll have a look at how it all goes together. Now we're going to be discussing using this as a handheld device, and one of the advantages the Mavic Pro has over the Phantom 3, Phantom 2, even the Phantom 4 is that you can use the Mavic without the controller. It works just via the app, which means it has Wi-Fi on board. And to turn it on, in case you didn't know this, fold your arm out, fold your bottom arm out, little flap down here, which doesn't have a sticker on for some reason, and lift the flap up and you'll see little switch in there, if you can see it or not there, above the SD card, and switch it to Wi-Fi if you're going to use the Wi-Fi, but remember to put it back to obviously RX if you want to start flying it out in the field with the controller. Okay, so once you got it on Wi-Fi, we'll find out how this little unit goes on. Now it's just a case of bend it around like this, and little groove at the bottom down there just sits in that little groove in there, and that's it, that's on. You can now add your phone clamp, thumb screw. You'll notice the phone clamp's got two holes. I'll go into that in a moment, but all you do is literally just screw the two halves together with a thumb screw. And again, every time I put this on, I always forget, I put it backwards. Make sure the springy bit goes at the front, not like I just did. Every time I've had a try at putting this together, since I got it, I keep putting that on backwards. Right, so screwed up, I'm just going to grab my trusty iPhone 6 Plus, and as you can see, it takes that quite well. Keeps clear of the buttons. Just take that out for a second, because obviously we need to put the handle on. And the handle goes on the bottom. Just fold that down, pop that in there. And the handle at the bottom sits like this, sits at an angle. So you do, get your thumb screw through the side there and screw it in place. And make sure it's tight. Once it's on tight, that's it. You've got your handheld stabiliser unit for the Mavic, not for the GoPro. You could probably mount a GoPro somewhere if you wanted to. Let's just put the phone on and see that it is a little bit more fiddly than other ones, but there you go, phone goes in easy enough. And that's what it looks like, and that's how you're going to go out to the field and walk around and shoot the video. Or maybe you're doing it for a wedding. I mean, don't forget the Mavic records in 4K. I'm going to put some test footage together for the end of this video before I put it up on the web. I'll try and get out with it and just do some shots around the local park, or maybe go back to Chorlton Water Park and do another walk around with it. So as I said, the Mavic is Wi-Fi, and you need to turn the Mavic on, and hopefully, according to the Wi-Fi, it should fingers crossed, pop up and show Wi-Fi. There we go. Tap on it, it's going to ask you for a key. The key is on the front right leg of my Mavic. I'm not sure where yours will be. I'll just tap in my passcode. And fingers crossed, it joins. There we go, it's joined the Mavic now. Once it's joined the Mavic, just go to your Go 4 app. And as you can see, the app is now launched. Obviously, ignore that one. Tap on that one. Overall status, it says, I'm initializing, do not move until IMU is complete. Oh, we need to get rid of all. I don't know what these are. These are just showing me you can use that. Okay, obstacle avoidance is disabled by default in handheld, well, Wi-Fi mode, because you are quite limited to distance if you're flying it with the iPad. And you can see you've actually got controls here you can do things with if you want to, but we're going to be using this purely as a viewing platform for the camera, because it's going to be in handheld mode. So of course you can tilt the camera down like so, you can tilt it up, and if you want to go further up, go into here, tap on there, advanced settings, enable upward gimbal tilt, and then you can then tilt the gimbal further up if you want to sort of get maybe shots of the sky, etc., anything that's happening sort of that's not in the horizon, because obviously the camera will stay as level as it can. That's alright for filming, but if you want to get shots of, you know, some kind of horizon or something, sky, something in the something flying by, you get the message anyway. Now the only thing you can't do, I've noticed, let me just say that the focus option still works. You can still tap to autofocus, or you can actually lock it by tapping the corner there, and then it doesn't focus anymore. The one thing that is missing, which I really was hoping that DJI would put in, is the zoom option, which you've got on the controller by clicking the little 5-way switch. It doesn't have the zoom option. I've looked all around and I can't find it. You've still got your normal options here for setting video size, video format, etc. They're all there. And of course you can switch between photo and video. And across the top here, these are all set. You can't change any of these, the auto ISO, the shutter, obviously without going into the actual camera setups itself and changing the settings in there. You've got no functionality of the RC. If that's an issue, then, you know, don't use the Wi-Fi, plug a cable in to your RC, and, you know, use the cable, and you can use the options on the transmitter. I just like this because you can hold it in the air and not have to worry about cables and transmitters and all the rest of it. So here's the eBay page, and as you can see, I paid £11.09 free postage. As I say, I'll put the link to it underneath. It works, it does its job. Obviously it's just, you know, I don't know, say £11.09. I didn't pay anything for the green one. That was made by a friend of mine. And I'm going to go out in the field and get some footage, hopefully, before I put this video up on the web, showing me just walking around with it. Now, of course, the only problem with using the Mavic is that it doesn't record sound. Now, obviously, you're going to have your phone clamped into the holder, which means you're going to have to use the microphone on the phone or whatever device you're using. Now, they're not the greatest. I was very lucky. My son had a set of Sennheiser headphones with the microphone section built in. So I'm going to be able to make use of this. I'll find some way to attach it to the phone holder, and I can use this. But I'll do a test with just the normal microphone on the iPhone. I'll do a test with this as well and see which one's better. I might not need to use this. The iPhone may have a semi-decent microphone. So let's have a look at some test footage, which I went out and recorded after I did this video and before I've edited it. But yeah, let's just have a look and see how well it turned out, and we'll come back and we'll finish this video off. So a quick test of this handheld gimbal. I'm down at Sale Water Park. As you can see, I've got some nice friendly geese hopefully in front of me who won't mind having the pictures taken. Hello geese, how you doing? Bit curious, aren't you? Hey? Take a quick walk round. Get lots of compass errors because obviously it doesn't matter though because I'm not flying. My hand is wobbling a little bit, but the camera footage seems to be staying quite smooth. Let's go for a walk down here. As I say, I'm going to split screen the GoPro video with the handheld so you can see the difference with it. Oh, another goose here. Hello, goose. Do you shop at Our Goose? All the seagulls fly away. Obviously, you will take steps to, sort your exposure levels out. This is just a quick test. What I'll do is I'll stop for a second now, recording. I'll just make some changes to the exposure levels. So let's tap on settings. Let's go for manual, and we'll just set that to about. Let's see what we'll go for. 400, 800. Let's turn the exposure on a little bit. There we go. I think we're happy with that. That's a bit better. So let's start recording again. I've got a nosy goose at the side of me here. Hello, fella. Raise the gimbal up as I start to walk away. I'm just dead lucky, the range just stopped enough for me to be able to do this. It does hurt your hand after a while to hold it, I must admit. It might be better for just sort of short shoots as opposed to sort of long walk. How steady is it when I go up the stairs? Let's have a look. There's the stairs. Stairs are something that normally your camera would jog around on while you're walking up. This is actually quite smooth. That's the footage. I think it was turned out quite well. I've had a look at it on the video I'm just making now. The only slight issue I've got, I suppose, is the position of holding it like that. You do sort of get cramp in your hand, and you are constantly fighting. So the quad wants to sort of move. I think it's the centre of gravity. I have to work out exactly where it goes. Other than that, I can't fault it. Now, I did mention the handle also goes like that, and you can hold it like that. But I found that when you sort of put it on, it was quite close to the Mavic body, and if I hold it that way, you can see my fingers banging on the motor there. Not an issue. I think what I'll do is I've got a friend who've got 3D printers, so I'll get one of these made up without the tripod mount, and then I'll be able to hold it sort of further back like that, if you know what I mean. 10 out of 10. I'll give it full marks. It does its job. I just wish the phone holder though was a little bit bigger, maybe hold an iPad in it. I'll see again if I can find something more suitable if I want to carry on using this. But for £11, you really can't knock it. It's cheaper than most items on eBay. So there you go. Thank you very much as always for joining me, and I'll be back again with another review quite soon. Hopefully some more flight footage if this weather picks up, because in England at the moment it's bloody awful. Anyway, take care, and remember what I always say, wherever you're flying, fly safely.